A very warm welcome to all of you and good afternoon to one and all. Respected Dr. Sangeeta Petia ma'am and all my dear friends. I am going to record my PPT of history project on architectural wonders of Orcha. So we will discuss in this PPT about the Orcha and its beauty and its architectural wonders. So here this is a small brief introduction of Orcha. So Orcha has a rich architecture. The word Orcha means ondche or it means hidden. So what is hidden in it? The natural landscapes, forest sanctuaries, historical architecture. This is the most important thing. And social, literary and religious aspects build it multidimensional. So this is a multidimensional place. So this town is situated at the bank of Vedwa river in Newari district of Madhya Pradesh. So it is 50 km away from Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh, and also 25 km away from Datia. So it was formerly capital of Bundelkhand region. So it was the capital formerly of Bundelkhand region, and the town was founded in 16th century by Bundela chief Raja Rudra Pratap Dev Singh Ji. He was the great patron of art, literature, architecture. He built many temples and palaces. He identified Orcha as a site for building the forts. So later we will discuss about the all forts. So these are some pictures. Here is the Orcha Palace complex. So this is a grand palace complex. It consists three or other palaces. So first is the Raja Mahal. This is Raja Mahal. Was the residential palace of king, and this was Jahangir Mahal, and this is here is Sheesh Mahal. So let's discuss one by one all the palaces. The Raja Mahal was started to be built at the time of Raja Rudra Pratap Dev Singh Ji in 1531 and finished in 1539. So let us talk about its beauty. The exterior of the palace looks simple without any ornamentation. It is a residential palace and earliest building of the citadel which was constructed. So this was the first building in Orcha. The palace has two wings. One side is 4 stories, so these are the two wings. Here, this is the 4 story, and this side have 5 stories. And also it consists Diwanayam and Diwanikhas. These are the most important ones. So we will talk about later. Here we will talk about the style of an architecture of the palace. So it is mostly built in Rajputana style, Rajput architecture style. So these are the domes which are defining the Rajputana style here, because the domes are here. The interior of the building has a royal touch. The mural paintings have the life and deeds of Bhagwan Ram and Krishna and Dasavatar, Rag Ragini, Nayak Nayika, and hunting and amusement, folk and other subjects are the representation of the iconic imagination of the cultural world of the Bundela reign. So here are the stories of Dasavatar and the Krishna Varth. Here are the stories painted as a moral. These are the Krishna Ras Leelas paintings. These all are natural colors. Let us talk about the wonders. So these are the secret passages. Uh, these are built for the royal persons only at that time, and this is a mural depicting a traditional wedding celebration with the various characters in the procession encompassed in the body of an element. So this was painted on the roof of the palace in the central hall. So in this the all the peoples are means working for a marriage, and they are preparing themselves and celebrating a marriage. So in the next we will talk about the Jahangir Palace. So this is photo taken by me. Jahangir Palace, it was said that the palace was constructed in the honor of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. The other name was also for Jahangir Palace is One Night Palace. So here the Jahangir Palace was built by the ruler Bir Singh Devju, and the construction was started in 1605. It is a fine example of Indo-Islamic style of the monument built in red and yellow sandstone. It is situated at the bank of Betwa River. So it is said that the Jahangir came in Orcha for one night. So this 100 rooms palace was built for one night in the welcome of Jahangir at that time. So let's talk about the beauty. The outer wall still has whole traces of lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a gem. No, it's not a gem, but it's a precious stone of that time. It is used for ornamentation. And turquoise also type of stone. It was very precious at that time, and it is used for decoration. So mainly the color of lapis lazuli is as it is written here, and the turquoise is as it is written here. So that had one adorned the palace, and it has also the flora and fauna designs such as lotus bird, peacock, and elephants. So this is the beauty. And the two stone elephants guard at the entrance stairway with the ringing bells for the announcement of king's arrival. So it is said that it has a technology of automatic ringing bells. If the king enter in the palace, so they ranks. So not now they are not working, but it was said that in previous time. So here we will talk about the balconies and lattice work. So this is the fine lattice work and lattice work in the on the windows of Jahangir Mahal in Orcha, and these are the domes of Jahangir Mahal. These are the mixture of Rajputana and also of Mughal architecture. Here we will talk about the interior. So the hanging balconies with the lattice work, these are the main ribbed domes. The east facing wall is decorated with turquoise tiles, and the hanging balconies with the lattice work, the delicate trellises, and the graceful chhatris, ribbed domes, terraces, marvelous sculpture, and several rooms with the painted murals represented the architectural beauty. So these are the mural paintings were on the roof or on the walls. They were basically depicts the stories of our Raja Ram or Krishna. So this is Ram Darbar, and this is also Ram Darbar paintings. And next, this is a magnificent palace, has a square shaped courtyard. Each side has a 38 into 38 meter. Four sides have the door ornated design with initiate arcs, the bracket used to support the eaves. A V-shaped hanging balcony is also a remarkable for this unique pattern of Rajput architecture, brilliance, aesthetic approach, and gardener of Bundelkhand dynasty. So these are the main palaces, and these are the entrance gate, and each side is 38 meter. This Mahal Palace is located on the west side of Jahangir Palace. and it is a retreat palace of Raja Udit Singh, which was built in earlier 18th century, and now it is converted into a hotel. And there is a camel stable is called Oont Khana behind the palace. So this is now a palace for hotel tourism. Chaturbhuj temple. So let us talk about Chaturbhuj temple. This is primarily built for Raja Ram's Mandir, and after some problems or what was happened, this is a story, so we will talk about it. The Chaturbhuj temple is dedicated to Ram, the avatar of Lord Vishnu. Firstly, we will talk about the meaning of Chaturbhuj. So, Chaturbhuj means the four arms. So, Chatur means four, and Bhuj means arms. So, who have four arms. So, this basically we call Chaturbhuj to Bhagwan Vishnu. So, the temple is a multi-story structure of features for the temple fort palace. So, temple, and it also consists the features of fort and also of palace. So this is a composition of three type of building: first temple, second fort, and also a palace. One interesting thing about it that this temple has 344 feet vimanan, which is the one of the highest vimanan among the Hindu temples. So the Shikhar or Garbhagriha of this temple is the highest among the all Indian temples. So this is the one of the greatest thing and architectural beauty of Orcha. The temple was constructed in early 16th century by King Madhukar Shah for his wife Rani Ganesh Kumari. Later it was completed by his son Veer Singh Dev. According to the legend, Rani Ganesh Gauri was devotee of Bhagwan Ram. She dreamed that Bhagwan Ram asked her to build a temple. So temple for him. So she went to Ayodhya to bring the idol of Ram for her newly constructed temple. When she came back to temple, that so the temple was under construction. So she kept the idol in Rani Mahal for some time in the kitchen. But who knows? So the idol didn't move when the temple was completed. But the idol of Lord Vishnu was installed over there. That is why it calls Chaturbhuj temple. It like a Lakshmi Narayan temple. Its structure of the temple is harmonious composition of fort, palace, and temple building style, which was a grand, huge entrance gate. The temple has pine cones like a octagonal shapes. So it has a octagonal shape and a this is a octagonal shape and a pine shikhars there. And the exterior ornamentation and the symbol of religious significance displays a unique style of temple architecture. The other temples are Raghuvansh temple, Radhika Vihari temple, and Panchamukhi and Shiv temple etc. are the smaller structure there. Raja Ram Mandir. So Raja Ram Mandir is a popular pilgrimage of Madhya Pradesh. It is the only place where the Lord Ram worshipped as a god and also as a king. So it is a prominent temple of Orcha situated at the distance of 1 kilometer from Orcha Fort complex and also 600 meters from the Chaturbhuj temple. This is the main entrance gate of Orcha Fort, and now it is a temple of God Raja Ram. So this is the story. In 16th century, the temple was built by the Raja Madhukar Shah for his queen Rani Ganeshi Kumari. So as a residential palace, later it converted to the temple. So this is the story that Lord Ram, as the idol didn't moved from the palace as per three conditions. So Ram had three conditions: that first, I will travel with the group of sage on foot from Ayodhya to Orcha only on Pushya Nakshatra. So Rani traveled to Orcha from Ayodhya with the baby Ram in her lap It took the time of 8 months and 27 days to reach the Orcha. So, and the other condition was that I will be the king of Orcha. So after coming in Orcha, Ram will be the king of Orcha. And third condition was that the first place you will sit to me will be the final place. So as she came at that time, the Chaturbhuj Mandir was under construction. So she put it in her palace. So after it, the idol didn't move from that place. So that's why Ram became the king of Orcha, and the um, palace of Rani Ganesh Kumari converted as a temple. And also King Madhukar Shah shifted his capital to Tikamgarh. So, and this is the darshan of Sri Ram. In Orcha, the Ram is worshipped as a king. So the guard of honor given every day, in every evening or morning, by the police personnel of Madhya Pradesh government, designated as a guard at the temple. So now also this is uh, a rule, or we can say this is a ritual type, that guard of honor is given every day to Ram by police personnel. So, and also the royal feast provided him in the Garbhagriha of temple. Raja Ram sitting in Padmasan with Maharani Sita, and he is holding a sword, not a dhanush. He is holding a sword in his right hand and shield in the left. Devi Sita is on her left side, while Lakshman Devi Sita is on his left side, and while Lakshman is on the right side, and Maharaj Sugriv, Narsingh Bhagwan are also accompanying him. So this is the main darshan of Bhagwan Sri Ram Mandir. And also Devi Durga is present in Ram Darbar. Hanumanji and Jamantji are praying to them. So this is the Ram Darbar darshan of Orcha temple. Now we are coming to the next architecture. This is Lakshmi Narayan temple. So this is a special temple which is mixed with fort architecture and also a temple architecture. So it is one of the famous place which have unique architectural style dedicated to the Devi goddess of wealth, Lakshmi ji. So the temple was built by Bir Singh Devju in 1622. Later it was reconstructed by the Prithvi Singh during 1793. So this temple is 2 kilometers far from. This is actually out of town temple. So it is situated 2 kilometers away from the town Orcha, and the walls and roofs of the temple having the paintings of the mythological and historical themes. So the tops and the walls of this mandir is painted from the color paintings of means earlier Bundela period type. So let's see. The Lakshmi Narayan temple has a unique architecture style. So it's a amalgamation of fort and temple. So the fort and temple, it's a mixture architecture of it. The slots of the cannon which were used at the time of the war, and vegetation projects the fortress appearance. So for the war, there are the slots for cannons. So it is also a war tactic architecture. And also the front view of the temple displays a triangle shape, but the structure of the temple is rectangular, and the 4 way stations at the corners. So the lime mortar and bricks are used as a material in construction of this huge temple. So this is a piece of art which is painted on the roof, and the interior of the temple displays the tremendous wall paintings of Orchan style. So here the theme of the murals are mythological, basically mythological, based on the Krishna Jan and Ram Leela and Krishna's Ras Leela, and also the paintings have the marvelous composition based on the theme of Sri Ramchandra and Bhagwan Krishna. So the historical events such as the Battle of Jhansi against Britishers in 1857 is also has been exhibited. It is in the new era. Now the temple been named after the goddess Lakshmi, but it is now there. But now there is no any idol in the temple after being stolen. So now let's talk about Chhatris. Chhatris are the built in the memory of the erstwhile rulers of Bundelkhand dynasty. They are situated at the bank of river. The 14 total Cenot- the 14 stone cenotaphs are located along the Kanchan Ghat, representing the most scenic beauty. These chhatris are built in the memory of King Bharti Chandra, Madhukar Raja, Sujan Singh Shah, Veer Singh Dev, Jaswant Singh, Maharaj Sawan Singh, Maharaj Bhagwan Singh, Maharaj Indramani Singh, Prahlad Singh, and other Maharajas of Orchha. So the chhatris are constructed on the uplifted square platform of the most are designed in the Panchayatan style. So it's a style of making temples or architectural forts. So they all are constructed in Panchayatan style. So this is the uh, square base, and after it this is a three-story dome. This is the scenic beauty on the bank of the river Betba. And Chhatris, the Chhatri of Maharaj Sujan Singh is the architecture at the most developed stage. It is the stage of three-story rectangular building of Nagar style. Each corner has a square room with a topped dome and the central chamber. These arcades doors of Nagar style Shikhar temple architecture. The windows are placed to make it airy, and this is a dome of Veer Singh Devju. It is developed or constructed with Islamic features like a large dome and the strong pillars and stairways goes to the top. Beauty, and this is the picture taken by me. This is the photo taken from Google. Um, Rai Praveen Mahal. Now, Rai Praveen was a poet and court musician of Orchha, and she was known as the Nightingale of Orchha. Kavi Keshav Das also composed Kavi Priya in honor of Rai Praveen. Rai Praveen Mahal is a three-story building built by King Indramani for his consort. All of the second story has painted depicting the various moods of the royal dancers. The citadel also has the several कोठीज and other buildings. दाऊ जी की कोठी, पुरुषोत्तम दास की कोठी, तिमारत की कोठी are the some of them. So this is the view of Rai Praveen Mahal from the Jahangir Palace. So this is the Rai Praveen Mahal, a three-story building. So, and this is the Betwa river. This is the view of Orchha from Jahangir Mahal, Jahangir Palace. This is Phoolbagh also. Phoolbagh, this is also constructed with a mixture architecture of mixture Bagh style of Charbagh style of Mughals and also a Rajputana Bagh style. The twin towers names Sawan and Bhadon. These are the wind-catching towers. They were built for the cooling purpose through the topped ventilator. While its lower part is associated with the water reservoir, they are connected with the Chandan Katora fountain, and they used to cool the area and purify the air also. So one story is also the Kivdanti is famous about these towers, that at the evening, at the midnight, the towers used to hug each other, and after midnight they repel each other. So this is the means a Kivdanti or a story which is famous in the uh, peoples of Orcha or the nearby. So this is a local story. फूलबाग, दिनमान लाला हरदौल पैलेस. So दिनमान लाला हरदौल पैलेस or the Chhatri of Hardol or Hardol Vatka is situated in the center of the city. So here this is the famous story that the Diwan Hardol who died to prove his innocence to his elder brother. एक्चुअली ये किवदंती है जिसमें कि लाला हरदौल और जुझार सिंह भाई रहते हैं, जबकि जुझार सिंह उस समय राजा रहते हैं. तो जब जुझार सिंह लड़ाई पर जाते हैं तो रानी और लाला हरदौल महल में रहते हैं. तो कोई जलने वाला व्यक्ति या फिर ऐसा भी कहा जाता है कि मुग़ल का कोई पर्सनल्स था, उसने राजा जुझार सिंह के कानों में ऐसी चुगली की कि इन लोगों के बीच में कोई बैड रिलेशनशिप चल रही है. तो जब राजा जुझार सिंह को इस बारे में खबर लगी तो उन्होंने रानी को बोला कि तुम जाके लाला हरदौल को अपने हाथों से जहर पिलाओ. और लाला हरदौल को पता होने के बावजूद भी उन्होंने अपने भाई से कोई रिबेल नहीं किया, और उन्होंने चुपचाप अपनी इनोसेंस प्रूव करने के लिए, अपनी आत्मा को सही प्रूव करने के लिए रानी के द्वारा दिया गया जहर पी लिया और शहीद हो गए. तो ये एक कहानी है, और उनको एक बुंदेला रूलर और एक पवित्र आत्मा के रूप में आज भी वहाँ पर पूजा जाता है. तो इस प्रकार से लाला हरदौल पैलेस यहाँ पर है, और यहाँ पर अभी भी लोकल लोग इनकी पूजा करते हैं और शादियों में भी इनकी पूजा की जाती है. सो ये इनका मकबरा टाइप में बनाया गया है, एक बहुत छोटा जो है, और इसके सामने है इनकी कोठी बनाई गई है लाला हरदौल की, जो कि सिर्फ जालियों की बनी हुई है. और ये आर्किटेक्चरल रूप से इसका जो फूल बाग है ये बहुत ज़्यादा फेमस है, क्योंकि इसमें सारी की सारी जो कैनाल्स हैं अंदर बनाई गई हैं वो अंडरग्राउंड बनाई गई हैं, और ऐसे टाइप में इसको रखा गया है ताकि ये सभी जगहों से पानी ले सकें, और इनके बीच में पेड़ लगे हुए हैं. तो ये अंडरग्राउंड कैनाल्स की वजह से कोई भी पेड़ यहाँ पर सूखता नहीं है, आर्टिफिशियल वाटर प्लानिंग है. So in last of the conclusion, the state archaeology of Madhya Pradesh has protected 36 monuments now, and 20 are in the recommendation protection list. So in the town mainly all the places are used for worship and as a pilgrimage of Hindus. And Orcha has a remarkable town planning and garden designs, landscape temples, monuments, fortifications, murals, and natural heritage. So the intimate relationship between the architecture and landscapes are the aesthetic statements of the time. So the gardens of the Phool Bagh is also displaying a unique harmonious form of gardens of the Mughal style Charbagh gardens, and the Rajput fort gardens also. So this is the main feature of gardens at the Orcha. The architectural design of the fort and temples are innovative. So the mixture of fort and temples architecture, it's a mixture art form or mixture architecture form. It is based on mandal plans. The Fort Palace complex lies towards the eastern bank of the Iceland between the river Betwa and Jamni. So Jamni is a local river, or Betwa also. So it is the like Iceland between the river Betwa and Jamni, and it has fortified the wall of 10.35 meter high with 50 rounded base stations and 3 main entrance gates. So rounded base stations means this is the wall like, and this is the base station, and then wall, then this is the base station, then this is the wall, and this is the base station are the semicircular stations for the checkup points, like a checkup point. So there are 50 round base stations and 3 main entrance gate in the city of Orcha. We finished the whole architecture, and these are my references. I have also taken help of internet, and also the monuments their own description on the stones. And also I have taken a paper from Khan and Sufia of 2012 from Sodhganga, and I'm very thankful to you, ma'am, and also my dear friends. Thank you very much. Thank you so